On this day, July 29th, 2025, we pause to reflect on lives that shape the worlds of literature, music, sports, medicine, politics, and philanthropy. These men were more than their professions. They were builders of dreams, healers of wounds, champions of art, and protectors of communities. From bustling stadiums to quiet hospital corridors, from the pages of children's books to the rhythms of rock and roll, their work reached hearts and left footprints across generations. Today, we gather in spirit to honor not only what they accomplished, but the way they lived, with resilience, kindness, and a dedication that transcends the boundaries of time. Their journeys may have concluded, but their influence continues, woven into the stories we tell and the lives they touched. Allan Ahlberg's words dance through the imaginations of millions of children, transforming bedtime into an adventure and the classroom into a world of wonder. With beloved works like Burglar Bill and the Jolly Postman, he crafted stories that blended humor, warmth, and a deep understanding of childhood curiosity. His characters were never just ink on paper. They were companions, teachers, and friends for generations of young readers. Allan's ability to see the world through a child's eyes made his writing timeless, bridging decades and cultures. Even in the quiet of his later years, his pen carried the same magic it did at the start. Through his books, the laughter, lessons, and love he shared will continue to echo in the hearts of readers yet to be born. Paul Mario Day's voice carried the grit and fire of rock's golden age. As the original frontman for Iron Maiden and later with More in the Sweet, he brought an electrifying presence to every stage he stepped upon. His performances were more than music. They were raw, unfiltered expressions of passion, rebellion, and freedom. Off stage, Paul was known for his generosity and humor, often sharing stories of the road with an infectious grin. His battle with cancer was met with the same courage and dignity he brought to his music, showing the world that strength isn't just in the voice, but in the heart. Though the lights have dimmed on a stage, the echoes of his songs will forever ring in the halls of rock history. Mark Lazarus was a name whispered with admiration in English football circles, a player whose speed, skill, and tenacity made him a force on the pitch. Representing clubs like QPR and Leyton Orient, he played with a fearless spirit, turning matches with moments of brilliance that brought crowds to their feet. More than a competitor, Mark was a teammate in the truest sense, always lifting those around him, always leading by example. His career spanned an era of grit and determination, when football was as much about heart as it was about skill. Even long after he hung up his boots, Mark remained connected to the sport, a mentor and friend to young players who sought his guidance. His legacy lives on in the history of the clubs he served and in the memories of those who witnessed his magic firsthand. Dr. Thomas J. Balkany devoted his life to restoring one of humanity's most precious senses, the gift of hearing. As a pioneering ear surgeon, he performed thousands of life-changing procedures, giving children and adults alike the joy of hearing a loved one's voice for the first time. His work extended far beyond the operating room. He was a teacher, a researcher, and an advocate for advancing medical science in his field. Known for his patience, compassion, and steady hands, Dr. Balkany treated each patient as a story, not a case. His legacy is measured not only in medical journals or accolades, but in the quiet moments of connection his work made possible. The laughter of a child, the notes of first song, the whisper of "I love you" finally heard. Tommy Brooks was a cornerstone in the world of boxing, shaping champions with his wisdom, discipline, and unwavering belief in their potential. Having worked with legends like Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson, he understood that greatness in the ring came from more than power. It came from heart, preparation, and mental toughness. Tommy's presence in the gym was magnetic. He pushed fighters to their limits while reminding them of their worth beyond the sport. His battle with colon cancer was fought with the same grit he demanded from his athletes, facing each challenge with courage and dignity. Though his voice may no longer call instructions from the corner, his lessons will continue to guide fighters for generations to come. Tom Cousins was a man who built more than buildings. He built communities. As a visionary real estate developer, he reshaped skylines, but his true legacy lay in the lives he touched through philanthropy. Owning the Atlanta Hawks from 1968 to 1977, he brought energy and pride to the city's sports scene. Yet his most profound work was off the court, revitalizing neighborhoods and creating opportunities for those who had none. Tom believed in the power of giving back, often working quietly behind the scenes to ensure others could rise. His name may be etched in business records and sports history, but it will live longest in the stories of those whose lives he helped transform. Bill Krischer's career in American football was defined by power, precision, and perseverance. Playing for teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Texans, he embodied the grit of an era when the game was as much about endurance as it was about strategy. Bill's presence on the field was commanding. Yet off the field, he was humble, approachable, and deeply connected to his community. His dedication to the sport never wavered, and in later years, he became a source of inspiration for younger athletes, reminding them that success comes from discipline and a love for the game. Bill's legacy stands as a testament to the rewards of hard work and unwavering commitment. Robert Major Walker's leadership as mayor of Vicksburg, Mississippi from 1988 to 2001 marked a period of growth, resilience, and community building. He navigated challenges with a steady hand and an open heart, always prioritizing the needs of the people over personal gain. Known for his accessibility and willingness to listen, Robert bridged divides and fostered unity in a city with deep historical roots. His vision extended beyond infrastructure. He worked to nurture a sense of pride and possibility in every resident. Long after leaving office, he remained a trusted figure and a beloved member of the community. His legacy is etched in the streets, schools, and spirit of Vicksburg. Today, we remember Allan Ahlberg, Paul Mario Day, Mark Lazarus, Thomas J. Balkany, Tommy Brooks, Tom Cousins, Bill Krischer, John Harlan Livesey, and Robert Major Walker. They came from different walks of life, authors and athletes, musicians and surgeons, leaders and visionaries, but each shared a common thread, a life dedicated to creating, inspiring, and serving others. From the stories that shaped our childhoods to the songs that stirred our souls, from victories on the field to victories of the human spirit, their contributions remain part of us. As we close this chapter of remembrance, may we carry their lessons forward, to live with passion, to lead with integrity, and to give with an open heart. Their journeys remind us that greatness is not in fame or fortune, but in the lives we touch along the way. Rest in peace.